Hey there guys, it's Joey and I have literally just got this incredible love mail through the post from Ange. So this is a big thank you video and it's just come and I've been going through it like, oh my god, and I'm so excited I just had to share it. And I'm going to call it a love mail because if I call it another birthday one I think people are going to have a fit. There were as a belated birthday present as well, which is awesome. But I'm going to share everything with you as a big thank you to Ange and talk about some of the bits and just how perfect they are and some of the meanings of things, because I like to do that. I like to have a little discussion around each item rather than being, you know, this is some stuff I got. But everything is incredible. Most of it I don't actually have, and I'm going to talk about that as we go through. And it's just so thoughtful and oh wow, blown away. So I really wanted to show you the card. This is actually the envelope and this is the card, and if you can see the raven. So I love the colours, the dark blue and black. I'm a big dark blue black fan. I love dark blue black, and I was looking at the colours and the way the sort of the moon and then this light coming through. Oh goodness. And then on the back there's a close-up of the raven and her E.T. phone home hand. So I loved it. I thought it was incredible, and I wanted to show you the card because not only is the card gorgeous with a little dragon and everything, but ivy has quite a close place in my heart for the Ogum Gort or ivy, and it has this special mysticism in my path. It has this sort of overcoming difficulties, spiraling up towards spirit, deity, divinity, and you know, hang on, keep going. And it was nice because I actually fell on the stairs yesterday, so I'm bruised as anything today, and this beautiful parcel turned up today and it was like, keep going, keep being positive, and I was just like, it's just so perfectly timed. So those are the cards. They're actually incredibly gorgeous. And now to introduce the next things, we have an Arctic fox. The Arctic fox is here because she likes sweet things. What do you reckon? That's nice. So there's some Whittaker's Honey Nut Crunch. I haven't tried them yet because I've literally just got it. Some Devon fudge. What do you think of this one? That's nice as well. We love fudge in this house. And it's gluten-free, which is awesome. Gluten is something that triggers my IBS, which Ange and I have in common. I think we do with the triggers. I know we do with IBS. And so we love fudge in this house. This is awesome. I don't know how much of this I will get to eat. I think that someone else has their eye on it. Not just you, I meant the other one. No, not you. Ugh, foxes. This fox wants some peppermint. I haven't had peppermint chocolate for ages. My gran used to do a lot of peppermint stuff, and I've not really had it since then, thinking about it, so this is awesome. And I might, as long as it's okay to, I'm assuming it is, I'm going to save some for Samhain and put some on like the ancestry, you know, the dumb supper for my grandma. So that's incredible. I might be mad. I might be mad. So I'm going to share the little sort of crafty fun bits next. So there's some awesome little sort of silver glittery tabletopper skulls, which will also be great for Samhain, as will, it's a badge. This actually has the most incredible sort of feel to it. It's actually quite shimmery. I don't know how well it's going to come up because it is misty outside and grey, but this is a little bit of sunshine shimmer. Weep. And jack-o'-lanterns are my favourite, so that's so cool. And then some organza gift bags. These are super useful for me. I put my crystals in them, and as you know, I quite frequently buy new tumblestone crystals to try, so I'm frequently running out of these little bags. So these are going to be super useful. Where should we go next? Let's do the incense next. There's like one of every category of things that I really friggin' love. So she sent me 2 incenses. She sent me some of the Night Queen, and she sent me some camphor. The right way up might help. So the Night Queen I really love. I've tried different kinds of Night Queen. I haven't tried this brand. Let's open it. Click, click, click. And this will be perfect for the Morrigan. I believe it's a jasmine. Pretty sure. It smells gorgeous. So that'll be lovely for popping on the Morrigan's altar, as well as, I honestly thinking moon magic. Moon magic rituals might be fantastic for that, as will camphor. Camphor is one of my favourite scents, and I can't get it locally. They just don't sell it. If you buy it online, you pay a fortune. So I saw this and I was like, yay! I've got some. I don't have to go searching through God knows how many online to try some camphor stick incense. Ooh. So camphor is probably my sort of go-to moon scent. It's also a go-to crone scent. It works really beautifully with both. It has a wonderful uplifting fragrance, but it's also really great for a cleanse, a nice deep cleanse, and that may well be what I use it for. I think we'll do crystals next and then finish with herbs, because the herbs, oh goodness, the herbs blow me away. Right, so the first, the first 5 pieces are all rough pieces of crystal. I can make a pentagram. Right, so these 3 are rose quartz. Oh, lovely. Oh, it's got the rough pieces. They're sort of I'm more and more drawn to rough pieces, and as I get older, I don't really want to say as I get older, but hey. So rose quartz has your generalised meanings. Your love, your self-love, you're drawing love into your life. And I often compare it to a kitten purring. I think it has a beautiful energy. And with the rose quartz pieces like this, quite frequently I keep a raw piece or a rough piece of rose quartz with my divination tools, such as tarot. I either put citrine in, I usually put citrine in with the pendulums, rose quartz in with the tarot sets, and I've just got a new tarot set, so one of these can go in there. That's fantastic. I'm trying to think, what other, do I keep it with any other pieces? No, I think it's just rose quartz I keep with my tarot set. So that's what these at least one of these will be used for. And then a raw piece of obsidian. It's beautiful. Da da da. So I do have rough obsidian that I use, and I use it quite frequently, and a lot of people can't actually cope with obsidian, and when you give them raw obsidian, it's even worse for a lot of people. They just can't cope with it because it's very in your face. Because it's a Morrigan crystal, it's really, really strong energy. I love it personally. I work with obsidian all the time. However, it does force you to really truly be introspective. It draws everything up to the surface and makes you deal with it, and a lot of people don't like that. You know, they don't want to have it overwhelmed with stuff they need to deal with and get their issues sorted. A lot of people can't cope, but for me the energy of obsidian has always been warrior, strength, protection, and yes, you have to deal with these things, but that's life, so you know. And then I think my favourite raw piece that she sent is the Moonstone piece. Hopefully it was, yeah, we can. Okay, so can you see how it's sort of got columns? Oh goodness, I love raw moonstone for, there we go, that's my pentagram, or little man as Seeker is likely to say. Yeah, so raw moonstone I often use for imbuing stuff with obvious regard to moon magic. There's a lot of moon magic in here. I think I'm going to be all set for my next espout. I just love it. I love it for working with moon mother energies, for drawing down the moon, for that mysticism, that magical energy, that divine feminine. There's something very comforting about moonstone. It sort of wraps you in a warm blanket. You know how I was talking about the obsidian? It's like the polar opposite of that. It's much more of a gentle, softer, calming kind of energy, and I love it for imbuing the rough pieces, the raw pieces. I love it utilizing those deep earthy energies for creating and imbuing. And then we're going to move these out. Last but not least, and there are crystals, I promise, but I'm going to talk about the little box first. The little box with a little cork bottle came. Now I love this little box. It's so autumny. Can you see all the leaf detail on it? That's awesome. It's basically like a little autumn box. And autumn is my favourite time of year, as people should know by now. I go on and on and on. So then I opened it. Oh my god! So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. It's my number right now. I'm loving the number 7 right now. It's a shaman number. This is Midnight Moonstone. I was so excited when I opened this. I was talking about this a little while ago, like I really, really freaking want some, and they don't have it here. Like, you can get the sort of, they call them midnight, but they're more like a dark orange, and I don't like the dark orange personally, but these are full on grey. They're full on grey Midnight Moonstone. I was like, ah! I'm going to read you the meanings because I haven't worked with it yet. Stone of hope and wishing, new beginnings, good companion for travellers, often called the Traveller's Stone. Intuitive sources suggest its energies are soothing and nurturing. Oh, I said that. It can also help balance the male and female aspects of yourself. In India, the moonstone is considered sacred. Good fortune, tool to promote spiritual enlightenment. Moonstone is often kept with oracle and tarot cards for increased psychic ability. Okay, so maybe my moonstone is going in with my tarot cards. I was super excited to see these. These are a little bit of the darker stone. I really want to use these actually for new moon. And that sounds a little bit odd, you know, using moonstone for new moon, but they're the midnight moonstone. So the midnight moon is like the new moon, you know, the dark moon. Morrigan, I'm super, super excited to work with these and sit and hold them. Come to me, little moonstones. Right, so the next things are all herbs, so I've actually got both of my books out because I can remember some of the meanings of some of the things, but not others. Now, I'll start with the two that I work with quite regularly, so I'm super happy to get some more, is elderberries and elderflower. I will look up the meanings as well while I talk about how I use them. So elder is the goddess tree. A lot of people actually steer clear of elder. Now, personally, I really like it. I love the energies, and it's because it has a death energy to it. It's, you know, and if you work with the Morrigan, then you really can't be afraid of death energies, because it's just, I don't know why you would be. I'm just going to have a look at the meanings in the book as well. But, you know, personally I love elderflower and elderberries. There's a deep goddess energy again, so there's this deep divine feminine mysticism going on. And you can use it for issues to do with feminine healing, you know, if you have issues of a feminine nature. Or just balancing the female energies within yourself. If you're feeling over emotional, you can use them for those sorts of things. So, feminine Venus water, powers of exorcism, protection, healing, prosperity, and sleep. Just wondering if it has different ones for the berries. No, it doesn't in here for some reason. Okay. If one elder wards off attackers of all kinds, hung over doorways, it keeps evil away. It also has the power to force an evil magician to release any enchantments or spells they may have cast against you. The berries, when carried, oh, here are the berries, protect against evil and negativity. Grown in the garden, it protects the house against ravages of sorcery and shields it from lightning. It's about twigs, so worn at weddings to bring good luck, and pregnant women kiss the tree for good fortune. Place elderberries beneath your pillow if you have difficulty sleeping. They'll allow you to slumber peacefully. Many think it's dangerous to burn elderwood, and some gypsies strictly forbade its use as a firewood. However, magicians have used its wood in fashioning wands for centuries. So that's that one. I've heard about bad luck coming to those who harm elder trees, who do, you know, of those things of that nature. Oh gosh, there's a lot in the other book. Let's have a look at this book. The elder stands of the High Priestess. This now is from the Hellboar compendium. Among its best known virtues, Elder is believed to protect against all evils and dark magics. Wow, there's cross-culture stuff here. This is incredible. Russian pagans believed Elder was effective against evil. In southern Germany, near the Black Forest, Elder was used magically to heal. The pagans of Sicily knew Elder and used it to protect their homes against theft. The northern pagans of Serbia gave Elder at weddings to bless the new couple and give them good fortune. So that's kind of talking about the multitude of meanings we had before, but where they actually come from, so that's great. For centuries, Elder was gathered for healing and magic on Beltane Eve. More powerful the closer to midnight it is harvested. The more practical herbalist is likely to collect Elder when the path is fully lit. I don't know, you can fully light a path if you're doing it now. Gosh, there's loads of lore. Grieve writes that its name was derived from the Anglo-Saxon word Aeld, in which times it was called Eldron, means fire, and indicates old customs in which hollowed stems were used to fan a coal into a fire. Even today it may be associated with fire. That's more the twig, I think, rather than the... berries and the leaves. Protecting home, pets, livestock. A grove or patch of elder is holy ground. Here we go. This is why a lot of people have an issue with elder. The connection elder has with the passing of one's body make it useful in rituals of death and dying. Some people make arrangements to have certain possessions, personal journals, etc., burned at the same time their body is cremated. There is no more sacred use for elder than to transport one into the other world. However, long before one is ready to leave this incarnation, it may be used in ritual and magical healing. Associated with 2 cards of the major arcana, it works with the Emperor's card and the Moon card. So all the Moonstone fits into this perfectly. So there you go. There you go. That's some of the elderflower, which I did know something about, but you've got plenty of information. We're going to keep going here. This is incredible. So then there's Angelica leaf. So I was super excited to see this as well. I was super excited by all the herbs. Okay, just organising in the background here. So I work with Angelica a lot, and I don't know how it is in other parts of the world, but for here it's really easy to get hold of the root, but it's not so easy to get hold of the leaf. I don't know why this is. I mean, you can get hold of it. It's not impossible, but it's a little bit more difficult. So it's associated with masculine, sun, fire, Venus, exorcism, protection, healing, and visions. Grown, the plant is protective, used in all protection and exorcism incenses. Sprinkle the four corners with the house with Angelica to ward off evil, or around the perimeter. Added to the bath, it removes curses, hexes, and any spells cast against you. And then smoking the leaves is said to cause visions. So there's a lot of vision quest on a lot of protection stuff in what she sent me, which is perfect. And then in the other book, in the Herbal Compendium, one of the most valuable herbs of protection. The magical property of Angelica is that it works in two ways. I love this, I love this, I love this. I'm going to read this to you. Are you ready? The magical property of Angelica is that it works in two ways. One is through establishing protection, creating a barrier against energy which would be destructive or harmful. The other property is through filling the person with an abundance of good, radiant energy. I love that. I just love it. An excellent herb for bathing. Ah, it's a relative of celery. Anyway, the attributes of this relative of celery enhance one's aura, aid the person in maintaining a joyful outlook, and assist in the internal psychic self to be open and functional. Self-blessings and rituals of purification. Also has connections to Atlantis, as well as tapping into one's highest ideals, embracing your spiritual essence, and may be used in bulk, and may be used with the strength card throughout meditation. So there you go. That's Angelica. It smells so good. It smells so good. Right, the next thing I was so excited for. Right, this is Periwinkle leaf, and this is periwinkle flower. So actually, Ange did a video about periwinkle, and I think we had a conversation about it, and this is some time ago, and we were talking about it, and she was asking me if I'd ever worked with it, and I haven't. I don't think. Pretty sure I haven't. And the reason being is that I've never seen any growing wild, and I know that a lot of people take issue with it because it's associated with graveyards as well as protecting the graves of dead children. I knew it was a strong death herb again, associated with children's graves, but I didn't hear about the children's grave bit, I don't think, until we were actually talking about it. But I'm going to read to you some of the meanings. So it's definitely a death herb, right? Sorcerer's Violet is one of its other names, which I really love. Feminine, Venus, water, powers of love, lust, mental powers, money and protection. A powerful magical herb, as should be noted from the folk name Sorcerer's Violet, should be gathered when one is clean of every uncleanness, when the moon is 1 night old, 9 nights old, 11 nights old, or 13 nights old. Apparently. Carried to obtain grace, to attract money, to protect against snakes, poison, wild beasts, terror, the evil eye and spirits. It's also placed over the door to protect the home, utilised in love spells and thought to increase one's passions. When gazed upon, it restores lost memories. And then from the compendium, there's more. Wow. from Mrs. Greaves, an old name given both in reference to its colour and its use in magic was sorcerer's violet, corresponding to its old French name, Violet des Sorciers. I hope I said that right. It was a favourite flower with the wise folk for making charms and love philters. It was one of the plants believed to have the power to exorcise evil spirits. In Mace's Herbal, we read of its potency against wicked spirits. Apuleius, in his Herbarium, printed 1480, gives elaborate directions for its gathering, which I guess is what was in the Cunningham book, without telling us where it came from. Yeah. Greaves also writes that periwinkle is called by the Italians oh, excuse me. Okay, Centuccio. I have no idea how. I've never spoken any Italian. Or 100 eyes, but it is also called the flower of death from the ancient custom of making it into garlands to place on the biers of dead children. Okay, so I'm not going mad. That is. I knew we'd had this conversation, but it just wasn't in the Cunningham book. To the Germans it is the flower of immortality. In France the periwinkle is considered the emblem of friendship. Few herbs are so well suited to be considered a patron herb of Wiccans or wise people. Greaves' comment that it was favoured by wise folk speaks directly. May be used whenever one wishes to banish negative energy, improve one's sense of being desirable. The dried flowers or root may be used in an amulet to bring changes into one's life. Consider all ramifications with care. Friendship. This makes a lovely plant to give as a gift. Aww. So this is a token of our friendship by Ange. This is nice. It can be used for helping parents heal from the loss of losing a child and everything that goes with it. Helps us to understand the mysteries of the Hierophant card. So there you go. I'm super excited to work with all of these. I just can't wait. I'm so excited for these next ones as well. All of the herbs, I'm like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I was opening them, everything like, Now, I don't know if Hellboar's going to be in here. Let's find out. I hope it is. Yes, good. That's black, okay. Saturn Consecration Herb of Protection, also called a Christmas rose. Really? Parkinson records a belief that Hellboar can cure an animal which has been poisoned. Mrs. Greaves in a modern herbal also records further associations with animals. Once people blessed their cattle with this plant to keep them away from evil spirits. In an old French romance, the sorcerer, to make himself invisible when passing through the enemy's camp, scatters powdered hellebore in the air as he goes. Black hellebore is used to provide one with an aura or mantle of invisibility. This is not a herb one may safely ingest. The best approach would to be use some of the herb in an amulet or a magical pouch. There you go. See, I'm going to doubt it's going to be in Cunningham's book, but it might be. Let's have a look. Oh no, it is. Also used in exorcism rituals and astral projection. As with most poisonous herbs, do not ingest. It is simply too dangerous to use. It's okay. I'm not going to lick it, I promise. No, I thought it was quite funny. I might just, oh no, there's not that much on the next one. Right, the next one is another poisonous one, which is a hemlock. Law holds that Solomon used Hemlock when consecrating his ritual knife. Sacred to Hecate. The juice of the hemlock has in past times been used to carry out death sentences. Not only did Socrates die condemned to drink this herb, but many were executed with the juice. Should be used very carefully. It offers a very powerful type of magic, which is capable of moving the energy out beyond the abyss. It may be used with one's athame, but should never be taken internally. This actually works really well. I am come back into the possession. I got my athame back. So, yeah. I'm sure Cunningham is like, do not use this herb again, but we'll check what Cunningham says. Where are you, Hemlock? Was once used in magic to induce astral projection, destroy sexual drives. Its use was rubbed onto magical knives and swords to empower them before use. That may be what the first use of this herb is used for then, seeing as I've cleansed my thing out yesterday and it's currently charging. Right. So, then we have powdered eucalyptus. I know all about eucalyptus, so we should be fine. I will check in the book as well. But eucalyptus is another crone herb or scent as far as I'm concerned. Now, people aren't going to agree necessarily with that. However, that's how I view it. That's what I use it for. It really is a cleansing herb. And if you think about how we use it even in modern terms, it's usually used to get rid of congestion. So to do with, you know, helping you to breathe, helping you to cleanse out all the funk. And you can use that energy on a magical level as well. So if you're feeling blocked, if you're feeling congested, you can't get through things, you're feeling sluggish, it can be used for purification of all things of that nature. And the book actually just calls it a herb of purification, correspondence of Moon and Pluto. Purify any space, preparing the temple or cleansing the home of unwanted energies. So there you go. And then we have some ground pomegranate. She's actually written the meanings on it. Divination, luck, wishes, health and fertility. Pomegranates of underworld journeys again. Do you know your Greek mythology? 'Cause I do. I think I might be mad. Sacred to the lady who I can never pronounce is Persephone, and Saturn and Uranus. Let's see what else it says in here. According to Robert Graves in The White Goddess, it was considered sacred to Solomon. It was Saul's sacred tree. Once considered the only fruit sacred enough to gain admission into the Holy of the Holies, it was embroidered upon the high priest's sacred robe. Also from the White Goddess, we learn that even today with Moroccan Jews, a pomegranate is also placed on the stick around which the sacred scroll of the Torah is wound. Well known in Asia. In India, the goddess mother Hariti, or Kishmi-no-jin, as she is known in Japan, is shown holding a pomegranate. And then, of course, Persephone, while wandering into the beautiful gardens of Hades, is unable to resist eating pomegranate seeds. No, she eats 6, doesn't she? And that's why she stays 6 months of the year. I thought she ate 6 pomegranate seeds, and that's why she should stay 6 months. Okay, let's get to, there's a whole host of information. Associated with the crone and Saturn, they form the background on the High Priestess card in the Rider-Waite deck. Sacred to Hera, also associated with the mysteries of judgment. Abundance wishes for the fertility of the creative spark. It is brought into ritual. No, we're not going to be eating it, I don't think. So yeah, so there you go. I think the rest of that really is about the juices of the fruit. So there we go. And we're nearly done. So we have some crushed seashell from the seaside near her, presumably. The crushed seashell is fantastic for protective powders. Again, it's fantastic for using in Espats and moon magic and creating like a protective circle in Espat rituals. Because of the connection between the sea and the moon, there's a lot of that going on here. It's just, you know, perfect for that, as well as creating powders and things of that nature. There's also some black Blanco resin. Let's move the seashell. There you go. Smooth, clear, woody, light, sweet mix of copals, frankincense, benzoin, myrrh, sandalwood, and a tinge of spice. It is dark as the black night with a Blanco or white scent. It smells yummy. I think that might be a Morrigan resin. I've got a feeling it might be. From now on. Bum, bum, bum. Okie dokie, and last but not least, I'm super excited to the point where I haven't actually opened this, and I'm not going to because I don't want to risk it. This is a shark egg sac or a mermaid purse. So when Ange shared these on Facebook and YouTube, I think, I was like so jelly. I was so jealous. I was like, oh, that's amazing. I'm never going to find one. I don't live anywhere near the sea, and I'm probably not going to find one in England. I might, but probably not. And I was like, wow, that's amazing. And you know, you think about the sorts of things you could potentially use them for. You know, I mean, you've definitely got protective energies there, you know, protective egg sac pouch, and new beginnings because it's an egg sac, and birth and rebirth and death and all those amazing energies. And I was like, oh wow, and now I've got one. I'm so excited. I'm so excited by everything. I can't believe it. And I'm super excited. I'm going to have to stop because this video is already really, really long, but like, I was just like, oh, herby herbs. And my midnight moonstone, oh my goodness. Everything is incredible. Everything is really incredible, but I was super, super excited about those especially. So again, this is a great big thank you so much. It's made my day. It's incredible. It's just wow. I may be spending my day with these herbs. That may be my day today. I'm not saying it is, but it is, totally. So a big thank you to Ange. This was incredible. Thank you so much. And that's it for this video. Many blessings.